Then we are going to be talking about fucking Disney. That's what we are. We went to,
We're full. And then they were like,
see, Lola, so, yeah, man, today we are going to be talking about mega comics.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, but who the hell cares about wildlife anyway?
Right.
Hey, everybody. All right, so did we see Ezra and Thrawn both on live action already? Stay tuned. We're gonna come. And that wasn't a question for you. That was for a question for everybody else that's watching.
sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. I usually
I thought
don't
I
tell
was
people what I'm gonna say.
participating.
Nah, not today. Not today. Hey, so we don't have a nerd quote of the week because the host of the nerd quote of the week is ill. He is sick. He is things are coming out from both sides. Just kidding. I don't know. He just said he's sick. And also because Ryan is not watching Ahsoka, he's not watching our episode, which I understand. So he had no material for us. So there's no previously on. Because previously on was Ahsoka's previous episode. So
you haven't seen
he
it,
can
just
still
go
make fun
back.
of us.
You what?
If he wants to he can still make fun of us, regardless of like not having watched the episode.
Oh, he will at some point. So, with that being said, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Nerd Archive podcast. With me, I got Yadi, Lola, no Justin, and my name is Lewis. And we're going to be talking about Ahsoka, Part 6, Episode 6. No fucking clue. No fucking
Far away.
Hey! I was going to say that.
Yeah, Part 6, far away. The episode starts straight up. You see Ahsoka and Huyang inside still of the whale, and they're having a conversation. And what got me out of that conversation is that Ahsoka asked for a story, and Huyang says, "Well, in a galaxy far, far away," and then we get the yeah. So I'm like, oh man, that's
a great story.
It gives a new perspective. That
worthwhile.
Well, yes, and also it makes you think that every movie that we're watching is a story told by somebody within the universe, and that's how they all started. So
And this is like the first time that they actually say it,
right,
Yeah,
in a movie or a show.
Right. So it's because obviously in all the movies or in the major movies, we get the beginning credits with "in a galaxy far, far away," and then they give us the plot pretty much of the movie. But
if you can read that fast.
Well,
I remember when I was a kid, I was like, I don't know what's happening.
pausing and playing.
Fun fact: Sarah will read out loud, and that's our thing. And she every time that we watch a Star Wars movie, and the credits start going on, she will read them, and she will make a voice like a narrator. So I'm like,
you got a live narrator.
Yeah. So it's fun. Sometimes if we are watching the same movie again, because obviously we do that a lot, but if we happen to watch the same one we just watched a couple months ago, she'll forget that she has to read it, and she's, oh shit, and she starts like, when your internet is lagging and it starts going really fast until it catches up. That's her. She'll go really fast until she can catch up, and then just keep on going the regular way. What do you guys think of the episode? Because I'm not gonna lie, I dozed off a couple times, not because the episode was
I did have
trash,
to, yeah. I feel like I did have to pause and go back a few times,
right?
but it's because of interruptions. But also, like, yeah, I started thinking of other things while I was watching. It wasn't a bad episode.
hmm
I think it was fun, and we got to see different things. And I thought we were gonna see the wolf, but that's a different kind of alligator, bat, wolf. I think I don't know. It's a mix of things.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah,
I I think that the episode was great storytelling, lack of action. We had one action scene,
It can't all
and
be action like when Hayden Christensen is on screen,
right. I
buddy.
think that's so far they have given us so much that this is the slowest episode.
mhm,
Yeah.
I think.
and it felt really slow.
But it not like it wasn't bad. Of
Right,
course, it's just not up the speed of the show so far.
right,
Yeah. Almost like a
It's still
filler episode, but they still gave you like information.
right.
Yeah.
right. If they wanted to, they could have given all the information that they've given us in an after credit scene. That's to me. That's how I felt. Like two after credit scenes, post credit and after credit,
Right.
and yeah, and like someone on the chat is saying, the lore was deep. There wasn't a lot of action. It that's why it was a good episode, because it was all about the lore. It was we had more like storytelling than and it's what we were expecting. We wanted to see Thrawn and we wanted to see Ezra, and we got them. We got to see them both on the same episode. It's not like we got to see one and then next episode we're gonna see the other. He's gonna show up out of the blue and we're like, oh no, he's saving the day. No, we got to see them. So I think that that's very the way that they told the story in this episode was fantastic. I think. Lola, what do you think?
I think you know that trend of like I saw Jesus in my living room? Ezra.
Yes,
He was looking very Jesuy or Moses-y.
Moses. I think Moses
Yeah.
is
Very
too.
I think
biblical.
so too. Very biblical. Also, again, it started off again very biblical because of like Ahsoka inside the whale. Then Moses appeared. I don't know. It was a good episode. I like the lore. I also like that we're finally or not finally, but seeing the Night Sisters again.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan of them. So the fact that we get to see them possibly at full power almost. It seems like that section or sect of the Night Sister is still like completely active and oh yeah, Enoch is a biblical reference. I believe that's the um language of the angels, if I'm not mistaken. I might be.
Yes.
Anyways,
Thank you, David.
um Night Sisters. Very excited for them.
Yes. So not only we got to see them, but they actually look very close to what we saw them in the
The
animated
Clone
series.
Wars.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. They seem like they're like super active as
Right.
opposed to like what was left of whatever the ones that were in Dathomir are.
No, I completely understand, but they like physically, it's not like they look like them, like based on them. Because when they take something that's animated and they put it into live action, you can see the resemblance, but
I see what you mean. Yeah.
they actually look
Yeah.
like the animated.
Yeah.
And then when we get to see the Night Sisters for the first time in this episode, they're playing with these spheres, and it's like they were bored. And we see that, and then all of a sudden she's like, smells like Jedi, and they capture Sabine, which Sabine was already captured. And backtracking a little bit, we saw Sabine in the ship a couple of scenes prior, and she was having a conversation with Balin, and she was like, "Dude, we had a conversation, we had a deal, and are you gonna hold your end of the bargain?" And Balin's like, "We'll see." But then he's putting a face, because when he's not acting that way, you can tell that he is struggling. He is struggling to do the right thing or the wrong thing. It's like he
Definitely
does
struggling,
want to keep
though.
his word
Right.
because of his past. He was which we found out he was a general in the Clone Wars, but
And we thought he was younger before,
yeah.
right?
The theory was that he was the kid, Master Skywalker. What are we gonna do?
But Tech, he was still kind of like if he was a teenager, he was still a kid, kind of like Ahsoka was.
Yeah, but he was a general.
Wasn't Ahsoka a general as well?
Well, true. She was 17, but I mean, I guess they could be the same age.
Yeah.
Because
Which makes sense as to why he's referring to like when he spoke about her master and all that stuff. He would have been the same age.
right. So he's got to be in his 50s, and Ahsoka is 50.
45 to 50, yes.
So I get it. David is saying on the chat that he thinks that Balin and Anakin were about the same age.
Yeah.
Give or take. So
Yeah.
if he is in his 50s and Ahsoka was 17 and she's almost 50 or 50, that means that he was maybe between like 19 and 22. Just to throw out a number for reference. And Anakin was between 24 and 29. Because they never give you an exact date or an
I
exact.
thought he was 19 during the Attack of the Clones.
He was 19.
I believe so. So
Yeah,
he would have been like
But Attack of the Clones happens, but then Clone Wars, it's later.
right. So he would have. I think from what I've seen, and again, this is from what I've seen, so take it with a grain of salt. I think he was like early 20s, mid 20s at most.
Right. And during the Clone Wars, because if we follow Clone Wars and the last season of Clone Wars is the events of episode 3. So he wasn't much older than Ahsoka.
Yeah, there's gonna be a big gap in.
He was 22 in episode 3.
Okay.
And
Wow,
I think he's like, he's very young. I think he's like 4 to 5 years older than Ahsoka is.
right. So, yeah, David put it on the comments. He said, I think he's about 5 to 10 years older than Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I appreciate for the input. Everyone that is talking on the chat, I appreciate it. So we see that what's her name? The nice sister that we already have.
Morgan.
Morgan. She is kind of questioning Balin and why is he keeping her alive? And
After Throne says something, and she's like, yeah.
Yeah. So and before that, he's like, why are you keeping her? And he's like, well, she might be she might help us. She might have a good use for us. But then Thrawn actually, once Thrawn shows up, which Thrawn shows up in the best way possible.
Yeah.
He didn't show
Yo.
up in a small ship.
Mm-mm.
He did not. And I think he showed up in the biggest ship that he could find, which
Also,
was already his ship. But
I'm surprised he had that many stormtroopers too.
well, it was whoever was in that Star Destroyer.
Right. I'm still surprised he had that many. I mean, it's been like what, 12 years since they disappeared?
Yeah.
That's
well,
a
you
lot
can
of people
tell.
to still have.
You can tell because they look like they've been through some
Their
shit.
shit.
Little
They're
bit
all
off-putting.
dirty.
Oh yeah.
Some of them have like twine to keep their suit together.
Yeah. And the stormtrooper with the golden face.
Enoch.
What do you?
I had to Google him because I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But was he part of the Rebels?
I don't remember him in Rebels, to be completely honest with you. I think he's a new character.
Mm-hmm.
He's also given me a lot of like, the people from Chronicles of Riddick with the masks.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, he's given me those kind of vibes. I also thought that was going to be Ezra for a second, but then
I did too.
All second,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna hit us because there was a conversation that he looked like he was gonna take his mask off,
Yeah.
his helmet off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that can't be Ezra. There's no way that he got brainwashed.
Well,
It's also been
you
12
never
years.
know. Yeah. I thought he was going to reveal himself when he gave Sabine her lightsaber. I thought, because there was like a hesitation moment,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh no, we lost him.
Or either that, or he was gonna light it up and light everybody up.
Yeah, like he's been
He's been waiting.
biding his time.
Yeah.
I think it's how you say that. But
This
yeah.
is it. This is my moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He took it and ran. No, but obviously we were wrong. And then, am I the only one that when these little rock people show up, I got
Frozen?
vibes. I got vibes of of Frozen.
Yeah.
They just start
Oh, like
getting up.
Trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trolls, and I'm like, oh man, are they gonna start singing?
Like
Where's-
the Fixer Upper song?
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. So I was watching that and I'm like, oh man, please don't start singing. Please don't start singing. Because every major, or back in the day, because now the seasons are shorter. They don't need filler episodes. But back in the day, every single show had an episode that was
A singing episode, yeah.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Flash had one.
Yeah. Flash, Fringe, Supernatural,
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy.
The Office had one.
The Office.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, those are the episodes that I skip.
Yeah, the skippable ones.
Yeah. I'm like, as soon as it starts singing, I'm like, nope, not doing this. Even Supernatural, I couldn't get through it. And I've seen every single episode, all 15 seasons, except for that one. Do you remember don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that look, because when you and I started watching Supernatural again, you and I skipped season 6.
Was it season 6 or because I think
season 6 or 7?
Okay, I think it's season 7 because season 6 is a really good one, and then season 7 is like a filler season.
Because there was another strike. There was a writer strike.
Oh, I didn't know that.
they what happened is that the director and whoever wasn't in the strike wrote the season as a filler season because they were hoping for the strike to be over. So the season was literally a full season of of
Just
filler
filler
episodes.
That sucks. And like they ended that season 6 on a fucking bang, and then season 7 happened. And it's like, ugh.
And season 7 is the season that has the fucking singing episode.
Yeah. I don't remember where it's located, to be completely honest with you. I just know season 7 success.
We skipped it. But going back to Ahsoka, I'm glad that we don't have that, because if we would have gotten that, I would have been like, we wouldn't be having this episode. We're taking this week off. Fuck this.
Like skip.
Screw it.
Well, when
Well-
when she notices when the crab thing notice her shield
Mhm.
And the logo and whatnot, and then she noticed that he has something. I for a second thought that species were the Mandalorians for this universe.
I can see that for this galaxy.
They just turned it back to anything, and that
Yeah.
is their shield. Just for a
It-
small second,
their backs are made of Beskar.
right? Yep.
I get it. I understand. Hey, now that you say it, it makes sense. It makes sense. What was your favorite part of this episode?
Part
Part 6.
Yeah. Our episode. Go ahead, Lola. I'm trying to think.
Definitely getting a different look at the Night Sisters, and then Ezra appearing.
Yes.
I thought that he was definitely going to be cuckoo balls, cuckoo bananas, but he seems fairly normal considering he's been sort of stranded for 12 years.
Right.
To be completely honest with you, I thought that Thrawn and him were going to be in a separate galaxy hunting each other for sport. And that was going to have repercussions and consequences, but it seems like maybe they left each other alone and they just been, again, biding their time until they had more, like, forces against each other.
Right.
But he seems relatively normal. It seems like he might be able to become a part of the team again. And fight whatever is going to happen in the upcoming episodes.
Do
Listen.
we think that he got deeper in the Force? Because
It's
they should have
possible.
time to meditate, right? And
Yeah.
do their
I
training.
can see that. I can
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Do you imagine that they Never mind. It sounded stupid. It sounded great in my head.
Say it.
Nah, it sounded great in my head. And then I'm like, nah, scratch that. It makes no sense. But I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say no.
go
What
for it.
I'm still gonna say it. I was gonna say, you imagine that him meditating, they kind of mix the story of him and Starkiller. But then I said, no, that sounds stupid. Let's not do that.
I was thinking, like, on that same line, sort of. What if he's been meditating and, like, communicating with
With the whales,
Janin Karis? I forget his name.
Jason?
Switch Jason. Yeah,
the kid,
not Jason, the father.
he's dead.
Yes, he would be a Force ghost, if anything. If anything.
Yeah, he would have to be one with the Force.
Maybe he's been communicating with Anakin.
I don't think so, though. But did you see? I think I sent it on the Discord. I may not have. I can't remember. I've been, like, working and other things. I think I sent something on the Discord about, like, technically Emperor Palpatine did give Anakin a way to save his loved ones even after death.
Yes.
And it's that whole thing of, like, he came back in the world between worlds to be able to help Ahsoka and, like, keep her alive.
That mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's so
No,
many
I
possibilities.
saw that.
though.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was I thought it was cool.
Yeah. But yeah, if anything, I think he might be like meditating and trying to talk to Kanan.
Right.
I don't see why not, honestly.
Let me see where it is. I saw something.
One weird thing that happened to me watching the show, it's that I could not stop staring at Throne's eyes.
His hair was throwing me off.
Yeah, but I was like, he's not even blinking. The whole time they put the camera on him, he doesn't blink at all.
Yeah.
And then they got like super bright red at one. Like, what the
So-
fuck is happening?
So Thrawn is a savage. Thrawn is a savage. Okay.
He doesn't have any powers, right?
No, but his power is I'm a dick and I'm about to kill you.
Cold blooded.
Yeah, cold blooded.
His power is assholeness.
Assholeness.
This wholeness.
So, going back to the point of Balin trying to keep his promise, you're gonna find Ezra. Fine. Thrawn is like, sure, you're gonna keep that. Sure, you're gonna keep that promise, brother. You're gonna keep that. But you're gonna follow her because once she finds Ezra, you and your apprentice are gonna kill them both. You're gonna keep it because you didn't say you're gonna keep him alive. Now go kill him. So,
and the thing with Balin too, when he's talking about this story always repeating itself, that the Jedi rises and then the Empire rises, whatever, and he wants to end that. So that makes me that we can see that gray area in him, even though they have an orange saber, but we can see that there. That's pretty cool.
I think you can also see it with the girl too. What, Shin?
I think she's more evil than than Balin is.
She definitely has like the dark side calls to her more, I would say, but she definitely has that like what's it called, like like you're not gonna fulfill your promise, like you're not gonna do what you told her you were gonna do. Like that's not something that people that are evil take into consideration. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, I think that we're misunderstanding these two because they're not in the dark side. They're not in the dark side.
They're not in the light side either, but they're not like gray Jedi like Ahsoka.
Right, but it's more of we just want to end this shit because like Yadi just said that Balin wants just to finish this. He doesn't want it to continue happening. So it's not like he's trying to destroy one side and keep the other. He's just, I don't care which side.
Yeah.
I just want to end this.
And they looking after themselves more than anything else, which is why they're not like Ahsoka.
Right. And David asked a good question. What is the power that calls to Balin? That is a good question.
Gotta ask the intern.
Ask the intern, and we'll get back to you on that. Because I thought about that, but because we watched the episode and then we jumped online just to talk about it, I didn't have time to do my research.
Right.
But David, I will get back to you on that. If you know what the answer is, please let us know. We would love to talk about it. What?
I just read something that said that Balin's master was Plo Koon. I don't know if that's accurate though.
It could have either been Qui-Gon Jinn or Plo Koon. Because he doesn't say who it is.
No.
So, what do you think the power is that is calling him?
I have no clue because there's so many. So the thing with Star Wars is it's not just dark side and light side. There's also like the powers like the Night Sisters have, which is witchcraft, but it comes from somewhere. And I don't know enough about the Night Sisters to say anything, to be completely honest with you. But once I find some information, I will let you know.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't think there's much out there. There's much out there yet, so we'll just have to wait until the next episode. Because
Right.
that's part of the next
That's
part.
part of the journey.
Yes, that's that they're just keeping it like that for us to keep watching.
So,
Oh, that's a good one. What he's saying, the access to the world between worlds, but that they already kind of went through that in Rebels. Like at least support the way to get in, which Ezra happens to get in.
right.
So I don't think it might be that, but who knows?
Well, if his access to the world between worlds, it might be one of his former his former master trying to talk to him.
It's possible, yeah.
So, here's the thing. I doubt that they're going to dive into the world between worlds again in this show, or at least in this season.
Right, because I think they went deep on it in Rebels.
Right. They did.
So maybe they'll bring it back another time.
Yes.
But right at the end.
Correct.
Leave everybody,
Obviously. Yes.
need more.
So one thing that I wanted to bring back from the last episode that I didn't notice until obviously you start surfing the internet and things start popping up. The yeah. Hey. We see there's a line that Anakin or Ahsoka says to Anakin, and the conversation between them goes, Ahsoka says, "Forgive me, Master. I mistook you for Vader." Anakin says, "I am Vader, or rather Anakin, as he should have been." That is a almost word for word a conversation between Legolas and Gandalf.
Oh,
This
Legolas remarks says, "Forgive me, I mistook you for Saruman." And Gandalf replies, "I am Saruman, or rather, how Saruman as he should have been."
so Gandalf is the first Jedi.
In a galaxy not too far away. So that right there. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is, since obviously Ray cannot play Balin anymore since he passed away, and we don't know how this season is going to end. Are they going to kill Balin, or are we going to get another season and he's going to be in it? If that is the case, I think that who should play Balin in the next season should be Liv Schreiber.
I don't know that. Let me see.
He
is
plays
that
Sabretooth in
Sabretooth? Yeah.
in the Wolverine Origins.
Gotcha. I see that.
He has that.
Maybe he's not as tall, but
See, but like, guys, every time we talk about somebody else taking somebody else's role, you guys are like, he's not as tall. They fix that shit in movies. The height does not matter. They put them on boxes. They take them off
Not
of
accurate.
boxes. They
Not,
make them sit on
not
their
accurate.
knees. It doesn't matter. Movie magic, guys.
It's
Well,
not
it's like Logan Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's 5'2" in the comics, but Hugh Jackman is what 6'2", 6'1".
Yeah. So like,
So
when
every time that he was having a conversation with someone else from the other cast, they put the camera a certain way for him to look shorter.
yeah, or they put people in I think they call it an apple box or something in the like movie industry. Like the height does not matter. Forget about it. Just forget about the
not accurate.
characteristics.
Not accurate.
Well, the characteristics, the face
The
has to.
face has to match for the most part to the character, yes, but like the height, forget the height. The height does not matter. You can't tell how tall somebody is in a movie. Like they make them seem either taller or
It's
smaller or
Tom Cruise.
whatever the fuck.
Tom Cruise
Huh?
is pretty short. He's shorter than me. I think.
Who is?
Tom Cruise.
Bruce.
Yeah. But
Hey,
they make him look so tall in the movies too.
Yeah.
going back to Balin and Shin. Did you guys notice when they were around the bodies of the I don't know red people that Celine killed? Um,
Oh.
their wolves were white and black, and that's
Right.
the mythology part of the whole thing of the wolves and the
The one of them, Shin, is the white one, and Balin's skull, which is the skull, the wolf, is black.
Yep.
So
I thought that was cool.
I think that. Listen, I think that's one of the parts that I dozed off because I didn't see that.
You didn't see it? It was like I was looking around them. I wasn't looking at the actors. I was just
Right.
looking always around what was around them because
Right.
I've missed things as we all have seen in the previous parts. But I thought it was cool.
Yeah, but also it's because we
Even
keep
away.
watching the episode and then immediately jumping on to do this, but like we keep catching stuff and then saying it on the next episode.
Which is
That's
fine.
totally fine. Yeah.
It's part of a conversation.
It's part of a conversation, yeah.
So, what do you think is going to happen in the next episode?
Ahsoka arrive
Fight.
and shit will go down.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think that
See them all scared.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's going to be a fight between the Force users
Mm-hmm.
and the Night Sisters, and I think that Balin and Shin are they're gonna notice, or they're gonna see that they were taken advantage of, and turn against the Night Sisters and Thrawn.
That's what I think. I think they might be persuaded to change teams. And I think we might see a rematch between Thrawn and Ezra with the help of Ahsoka, of course. I don't know if the Night Sisters are gonna. What's the Night Sisters? What do they want? Because they're the ones that have been calling Morgan.
They want chaos.
Well,
They were
okay,
cast
but
away based on
what's
what
the
Thrawn
end
said.
goal?
So
They just want to come back, maybe?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they want revenge because Thrawn said something and it's not true.
Okay.
And
So
that's
we
why
have
they're
a
helping
bunch
Thrawn.
Okay, so we have a bunch of different parties, essentially, of like...
Thrawn is the puppet master.
Okay. Ooh, that's going to be really exciting.
Yeah. And I think that the Night Sisters are going to die in battle. I don't think that Thrawn is going to die. If he doesn't die, then they're planning to do another season. Because obviously we don't We don't see anything else. They don't mention him in either the movies, like the prequels or the originals or the sequels. So he's gonna die
I think
at
so
some point.
too.
At
I
some
think so
point,
too.
I
Or
think
he
that
might stay in that planet, in that universe,
that too.
Oh,
forgotten,
that too.
so they can use it later. Maybe.
I think that they're going to expand. I actually think that also the plan is to erase the sequels.
Are we thinking they're gonna decanonize them?
I think that's what they're. Don't quote me on it, but
I'm not going to. I'm
the
just
way that things are going, the way that they're expanding on the Star Wars Legends, because when Disney bought Star Wars, they decanonized Legends. However, everything new that they're coming out with, they're taking pieces from Legends because Legends was so good. And like Revan and all this stuff, they decanonized Revan, and I'm pissed about it because he is. I know how you all feel about Anakin, and yes, he is our Lord and Savior, Anakin Skywalker. Um,
Daddy
however,
Annie.
however, Revan was the original Anakin Skywalker, and obviously not the way that was written, because obviously Darth Vader was first, then Episode 1 when we see Anakin Skywalker. I get it. But chronologically, Darth Revan was the first Anakin Skywalker. The only thing is that he didn't die before he turned back into the light.
Mm.
What we see Anakin doing in the World Between Worlds, it's what Revan was able to do in real life, like while he was alive. He was able to tap into his powers from the light side and his powers from the dark side in battle. That's why he had a purple lightsaber and a red lightsaber.
This is all from the books.
Yes.
Can you send me which books he's in so I can read up on it?
Yeah, there's a book called Revan.
Cool. That's it. That's the only one.
Well, that's not the only one, but that's the main one. And his character came from the Knights of the Old Republic, the video game.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then they expanded on that. Him and Darth Malik, his best friend, they were both Jedi. They were both turned into the dark side. But then Malik had more of a vision of the Empire back then. And Darth Revan was captured by the Jedi Order and kind of like cleansed, if you will.
Was he dipped in holy water or something?
Jedi water, I don't know. Jedi pissed. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Kevin Davis says, Ahsoka going to get renewed for season 2. I hope so.
Yeah, seriously. It's been a good show.
Yeah. Dave Filoni. Yes.
Is doing work.
Yeah.
It really is.
Doing it. I still can't get over the sensation scene. Like, those were really good.
You're still thinking about those?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know how I feel about transitions, because I made a bunch of videos when I like transitioning and stuff. So I love when the editors do transitions like that. Those are great.
They were sick.
Yeah. So Dave Filoni and John Favreau, they have been given the keys of the kingdom.
And they're fucking doing fantastic.
And Disney, I think that because they fucked up the sequels, thinking that they can do better, I think that they looked at Jon Favreau and it's like, hey, listen, you saved the Marvel universe. Can you save Star Wars? Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Just
Like-
fix it.
Like, if you want rated R movies, we'll do that. I don't care. Just do whatever you want. And bring Dave Filoni.
Can you imagine a rated R like
Star Wars?
Star Wars?
film?
Disney
My guy.
on it.
That would be so good. So good.
With the Deadpool cameo.
Probably.
It's like, oh, damn, let me get out of here.
Wrong universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool though. But she's like, I can't stop yawning. What the fuck?
You're like, you go from like 30, from being in your 30s to go to being in like 75 years old
Quickly.
in the span of like minutes.
I do. I do. It's fine. It's fine.
Like
Not
some
only
days
that,
you possess youth and then other days you're just fucking decrepit.
Listen, it was skate night for the girls' school today, right? And let me tell you that I'm hurting like if I was skating all night, but I stood in a corner. But here's what happened. I walk in there and we're waiting in line to pay, right? To get in. And I coughed. I coughed. And as I'm coughing, I went to move my leg. And when I put my right leg down, my knee gave out. And it hyperextended. So right now I have ice on my knee because it fucking hurts.
So old.
It's ridiculous. A
You were
cough.
young like on Monday. What happened? It's only Tuesday.
He's gonna cry.
It's listen, I don't know what happened. I don't know why that happened. I just know it did.
Also,
it did.
I thought when you said that you coughed, I thought your next sentence was going to be like, and I shit myself.
I thought the same thing. I was like, I farted, a little bit came out.
I thought so too. But then you like started talking about your knee and it's like, oh, that's way funnier.
No, that happened to me once, but I wasn't coughing. But we're not gonna get into that.
Thank you for that.
Ahsoka.
Yes, Ahsoka. I don't remember. I mean, we talked about the whole episode, so
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about everything.
yeah. And great, we're at 52 minutes. This is fantastic. So what do you think? Well, I already asked you. What do you think we're going to see in the next episode?
Yeah, everybody's going to fight everybody. And I'm
Oh,
super excited
fantastic.
about it.
Fantastic.
Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble's gonna come.
On that
They're going to
note,
leave the lightsabers. They're going to come in with chairs.
do you imagine?
That would be so funny, too.
Oh, Tankana.
Listen, I was scrolling through TikTok and this video of The Rock showed up because he showed up at WWE again, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh, I seen your video.
you saw my video.
I think so. Yeah.
I was the clown face because I watched this whole TikTok, and when they were showing The Rock, the music was like a sad, emotional song, but then they were cutting into videos of The Rock and Stone Cold together and fighting and doing this and doing that. And I looked down below and the search bar says Stone Cold Pass. And I'm like, what?
You're like so confused.
I Googled it. I wanted to, because Wikipedia has never failed me, you know? If it says was Stone Cold Steve
Oh, I see
Austin
what you mean.
was, I'm like, but no, it's a is. I'm like, okay, he's alive. He's alive. So I went back on the TikTok and I went on a rant. I started the TikTok with, I don't know if you've seen it, Lola.
Not yet.
I it's a short clip of the other video.
On the video that you
And
watched.
and as soon as it cuts into mine, I have a filter of the Joker with the clown face on my face, and I'm like, and then it cuts into, y'all see that clown face? That's exactly how I felt when I saw this video. I thought the Stone Cold Steve Austin has died. You're all out here playing with people's emotions right now.
Yeah.
I almost cried. Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's great. He's still alive though. All right, moving on. Moving on. All right. You guys have anything else?
No, I think
I'm excited for everybody to fight. That's
yeah,
it.
me too. Me too. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Ezra with the lightsaber. And I hope that is one of those lightsaber duels that is like to par with Obi-Wan and Anakin, or Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul. Not anything like Rey and Kylo Ren.
I don't think it's gonna be,
like
because the only one that's the only one that's that advanced is Ahsoka, and
And she's
I
50.
see what you mean. No, maybe.
You like we said in the last episode, we can tell that Anakin was like holding back,
Yeah.
but still.
See, live action Ahsoka definitely like slower, but animated Ahsoka fast as fuck. Fast as fuck, boy.
She's older. She's older now.
Yeah.
Well, yes, of course, but
You know Yoda.
Anakin is dead, and he's still faster than her.
He's a ghost. He's more aerodynamic. So
that's true.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is I want to see the choreography to be like as good, because we haven't gotten that since literally episode 3.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like I was watching an old video of the old like Kenobi and Darth Maul fight in the first episode, and that was really good.
Yeah, it's funny. I was too recently. I think yesterday, actually, during the day at work.
That's fine. Don't say that out loud.
That's why I'm shaking my head. No, I'm kidding. It was during my break.
I'm kidding.
I was in my office though, because nobody else was there, and I had to be.
When you mean the office, you mean the bathroom?
No, I mean my office.
Oh, okay. Because every time I said I was in my office watching videos, I was sitting on the toilet watching videos.
Right, but you didn't have an office. You had.
I did.
A toilet.
That's different. That was my second office. That was the most used office.
An actual room with 4 walls and a door that I close during lunchtime because I don't want people talking to me.
That's exactly what the bathroom is. It's 4 doors, a bath. It's a four walls, a door, and I close it so people don't bother me.
It's not as private though, because you still have like the bottom of it, which is open, the top of it, which is open, and then the sides, which are a little bit open.
Airflow.
People can watch.
You want that when you're,
Yeah. Okay. So
in your office.
That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, because here's the thing about lightsaber duels. We get the iconic one, which is the slowest ever lightsaber duel, which is Darth Vader and Obi-Wan or Ben Kenobi in the first movie.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's iconic. It's the first time that we see a lightsaber duel. But nothing compares to episode 1, Duel of the Fate. And Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in episode 3. I was going to
say Those are pretty like up to par with each other, I want to say.
And it's because they are not only they're great duels, but they're also long. They
That's what I came here for. Lightsabers and fighting.
Right.
Show me more.
And I understand why Kylo Ren and Rey's lightsaber duel was garbage. I get it. She has no training. It's the first time she picked up a lightsaber. I get it.
He has minimal training too. She has none. He has minimal.
His plan of attack is attacking. That's it. He just
goes for it.
Strikes.
Yeah. Just brute force sometimes.
Right. So, but we haven't gotten that. Even 2 movies later, that she was actually trained. And we barely get a good fighting scene in The Last Jedi, which was garbage movie. But we get a good fighting scene then. But it's not even a lightsaber duel. So we need that. Dave Filoni, please. Jon Favreau, please. Disney, go suck a dick. We need a lightsaber.
You got that money.
Yeah, you got the fucking money. All right. If you guys don't have anything else.
All good here.
Fantastic. All right. So, before you guys go anywhere, make sure you go on our social media and click all the things down below the description. And don't forget to go on our website, thenerdarchive.com. If you want to see all of our episodes, you can find them all on that. There's a tab that says podcast. Very simple. Podcast. You click on that and then you get all of our episodes. You don't have to go to any streaming service or anything or podcasting platforms. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
But if you want to find us on podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Good Pods, everywhere. Oh, and iHeartRadio. Make sure you find us on that. That's it. All right.
Yeah, the people in the comments, thank you for participating.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Like and subscribe if you like.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Yep. And Victor,
Sorry,
I see
you joined late.
Yeah, you just joined, but if you want to go back and watch the episode, we were just talking about the latest episode of Ahsoka. We kind of break it down and give you our opinion. So if you would like to hear more about it, once we log off, you're going to be able to go back and watch the replay. Thank you for joining. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way next week you can join us and you get a notification that we are live. Kevin, thank you for joining us. David, thank you for the conversation. You brought him some great points. And on behalf of Yadi, Lola, the ghost, the force ghost of Justin.
Yes.
My name is Louis. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next week. Deuces.
Okay, bye.